Hockey fans, welcome to tonight's show. Seattle Kraken take on the Calgary Flames. Live post-game rapid reaction for you guys. Thanks for tuning in for this episode. And the Kraken coming out of Christmas break went into it on a high note, and they come out of it on a high note. They took down Anaheim going into the break, and they take down the Flames, two divisional opponents in a row. That's their third win in a row. They've had trouble chaining games together this season, but they got it done tonight. You love to see it, and thanks for being here, you guys. Let's talk about it. Just kind of getting back home here, figuring things out again. Feels like I do that a lot here on the channel, but we're going to talk about everything. The road trip comes to an end. Great to have you guys along for this episode. Striatic already chiming in saying goalie controversy. So we'll see about that, but yeah, love to talk about the Kraken. Love talking about the game with you guys. My name is Mike, Sasquatch NHL. If you don't know, thanks for being here. It's great to have you along for another recap tonight. We're going to talk about the Kraken and the Flames as we go now kind of into the second portion of the season after Christmas break. I know we're not exactly there halfway yet, but I like to kind of split things up after you come out of Christmas break and then go towards New Year's. These days between Christmas and New Year's always kind of a weird time. But Alicia Crank, what's up? Saying, I needed that win. Alicia, hope you're doing good. Thank you for being here tonight on the stream. I'm kind of curious. The poll question tonight, are you going to the Winter Classic? And Alicia, I'd love to hear from you on this. I'd love to have you on the show too. I didn't get organized enough to send the invite timely manner tonight, but I do want to have Alicia on the show. Going to have some new guests here as we get into the new year. Alicia, let's hear from you. Are you going to the Winter Classic tonight? That's the poll question. So far, a few votes. We've got 80% of you are not going. So a little surprising because I know a lot of people are excited for this. It's going to be a really cool spectacle at T-Mobile Park. I'm not even sure if I'm going yet. I'm kind of on the fence just because ticket prices and everything like that. I know it's a once-in-a-lifetime thing, but hey, we'll see what happens. Alicia says, yep, going section 346. Okay, so we'll have to see what happens here for the Squatch fam. Originally, it was a schedule issue, and now that we've figured that out, maybe it's just, we'll see where prices end up and figure out what we're going to do. But hopefully you guys all had a great Christmas break, great holiday, whatever you celebrate. Glad to have you. Hopefully Santa came through. You got some cool gifts. Let's hear about that in the chat as well. Also wanted to just give another thanks out to ECH for letting me go guest host over there the other night. That was a great time. They got a win, so anyways, thanks for being here, you guys. Hit that like button on the stream if you're enjoying the video tonight. The Kraken get things done again, and this team feels like they're really kind of starting to turn the corner a little bit. So let's hear from you guys. What are your thoughts on the Kraken? Can they get this done and become a playoff team? Suddenly, it feels like they've got some momentum going, and who knows, with the goaltending that they're getting, Chris Driedger comes up big again tonight, and that top line, Matty Beniers looking better. We're going to talk about some of this stuff. Tatar comes over. He's been great. And then Wennberg, again, finishing on goal scoring. We're going to talk about the roster, the stats, 3 stars. Let's hear from you guys in the chat. Who were your 3 stars tonight? I'm going to talk with you all evening. And if you want to leave a comment down afterwards, if you're watching the replay, I'll try to reply to those as well. So thanks, you guys, for being here. And again, hit that like button for me. It does help out the video, helps out the channel as we continue to grow here at Sasquatch NHL. Keep the Kraken vibes and the community vibes going. Good things coming in the future for this team and for this community. I think a lot of cool stuff happening for the Winter Classic, and I can't wait to hear from you guys as we go through that. I'm going to hope to provide some coverage for that as well. Like I said, I'm not sure if I'm going to be there on scene just yet. We'll give you some updates here soon. All right, so let's hear your thoughts on the game. Vote on that poll again right now. It's at 67% saying no, 33% yes. Are you going to the Winter Classic? So thank you guys for weighing in there. But let's set things up just a little bit. The Flames tonight come in 14, 15, and 5, right in front of Seattle with the tiebreaker. But now Seattle's going to flip-flop with them. So 14, 16, and 5, the Flames dropped this one tonight. They were 3-1 coming in their last 4, so 3-2 now in their last 5. Kind of trying to figure out whether this is a playoff contender or pretender type of team. I'm not really sure with the Flames, the category that they're in. I feel like they have some pieces and some moments where they look great, but I'm just not sure I'm seeing consistent play from them. They're kind of all over the place this season. Very similar to the Kraken in a lot of ways, but I feel like the Kraken are really kind of putting things together and finding their groove right now. Marcel, what's up? Good to see you as well. Says, good job on the ECH podcast. Thank you very much. That was a lot of fun. They reached out and I was just like, oh my God, seriously, yes, of course I would help out. And I had a great time. But thank you for tuning in there. And thank you for tuning in here. Marcel, I haven't seen you for a while on the live stream, so welcome back. Hit that poll question, hit the like button for me too. Helps out the video. Like I said, the question tonight is, are you going to the Winter Classic? If I'm not mistaken, I think I remember, Marcelo, you're from the California area, so maybe not going to the Winter Classic. But right now the vote is 57% no, 43% yes. Okay, so 8-1-0 record for the Flames all time versus the Kraken historically. So we chip into that a little bit tonight. So 8-2-0. So we got some work to do. Maybe we'll see them in the playoffs someday. I don't know if it'll be this year, but yeah. Flames have typically had our number, but tonight they did not. I feel like the Kraken, they didn't have the greatest game, but they just kind of, chess match. I talked about that a little bit over on X, but yeah, the Flames coming through a gauntlet of 15 games here against pretty tough opponents where they went 7-6-2 and now kind of starting things out again after Christmas break. They have one of the worst power plays in the league, but it has kind of come to life lately. And shorthanded, the Flames usually pretty dangerous. They have a lot of shorthanded goals, 9 of them to be exact. That's 7th in the league for shorthanded goals. But the Kraken tonight got things done. Now winners of 3 games in a row. Their record right there is going to move to 13, 14, and 9. We're this close to getting back to 500. So that is fantastic as we try to turn things around and make the playoffs. We're starting to find that scoring, some consistency. They didn't go too crazy in the scoring department tonight, but they got really timely goals, really efficient. Again, they didn't have a lot of shots. And of course, cannot fail to mention the goaltending. Again, tonight, Chris Driedger, just out of his mind. His first game in almost like a billion years in the NHL, starting out, taking over for Joey Daccord tonight. And so those are 3 huge ingredients to winning: scoring, consistency, and goaltending. And that's what the Kraken are getting lately. And you're seeing the results in the win-loss column. Marcel says, not going, unfortunately, and that's okay. Understandable. Like I said, I'm not even sure if I'm going to be able to go. Jim C says 60 was solid in every aspect. Finally beat that team after 1-7-1 history. Stars 60, 21, and 13 for late D-zone sacrifice. Yes, definitely Driedger's going to be up there in my 3 stars. And that block shot by Brandon Tanev, going to talk about that. Sorry, I'm a little clogged up still tonight. I feel like this cold has gone on forever. I don't know if anybody else is dealing with this. I keep seeing people post about it on social media, but it's like the longest cold I think I've ever had. Makes it kind of hard to talk on podcasts and such. But yeah, Turbo Tanev, really key block late, and Wennberg, the guy can score goals apparently, and I love it. And he was great again tonight. We've talked about Tomas Tatar coming in, filling in great. He had 4 points in his first 4 games as a Kraken. I'm not sure if he got a point tonight, so let me know in the chat. We're going to check that out here in just a little bit during the stats portion of the stream. Matty Beniers also starting to heat up. Last year's NHL Rookie of the Year, of course. 1 goal, 4 assists. That's 5 points in his last 3 games leading up to tonight. So that is the setup, you guys. Of course, we're looking at the injuries a lot this season. Berkey starting to get closer as we move on. Not quite there yet, but traveling with the team. So let's look at the roster real fast here. And like I said, Berkey, not quite there, but skating this morning at practice. The reports out there. Traveling with the team, which is great to see. So really close. I feel like that could be a huge addition to this team. If we start getting on a roll and get through this, really a testament to the leadership if they can get through this stretch where they've been so injured and still somehow get some of these guys back, and then maybe it snowballs. Maybe you put some of these, 4, 5 game win streaks together that you're going to need to chip away at it. But you also have Belmar on IR. That's going to be a longer term issue there. Jaden Schwartz on long-term IR as well. Joey has been amazing. Gets the breather tonight. Chris Driedger gets the start. His first game since May 2022. First game starting in the NHL since May 2022. So incredible work by Chris Driedger. Can't say enough about it. It's not easy to come in after that long of an absence as a starter in the NHL and do what he did tonight against, a pretty good, decent team that's been on a roll lately. Calgary, they had that last loss against LA, but yeah. So 3-2 in their last 5 And Driedger takes him down tonight. Only allows one goal on almost, I think it was 30, probably 30 shots. We'll see that during the stats as well. But let's hear from you guys. Stats on the poll so far. Now it's basically even right now. 50-50, 8 votes for people going to the Winter Classic or not. So thanks for weighing in, you guys. Keep voting as we go. And again, hit that like button on the video. Helps it out throughout the stream. Let's get into rapid reaction, you guys. And I want to hear who your 3 stars are as we break down the goals. Okay, so we go to the first period. Like I said, Driedger in net for Seattle. Markstrom goes for Calgary. And of course, Riker Evans, the hometown kid, playing in front of friends and family there in Calgary. You love to see that. Would have been great to see his first NHL goal, but did not happen. Not part of the storyline, unfortunately. So we drop the puck, and Kraken waste no time. Vince Dunn, a perfect stretch pass, finds Yamamoto, springing him free on Markstrom. Yams makes no mistake on the breakaway. Kraken make it 1-0, and just boom, right out of the gate, and you love it. A lot of this game kind of became the eggnog schlag, if you want to call it that. Things got a little bit, I don't know, the pace slowed down a little bit, but it was a great start by the Kraken, and they grabbed that lead. Very critical. We go 11:58 left in the first. Dumoulin under pressure throws it over the glass, so that's delay a game. The Kraken going to have to kill the penalty there, and the Flames go to work right away on this. 38 shots. Thank you, Marcel. I was going to say, when I said 30, it felt a little bit low. Last time I looked at it, it was like 33, so I missed a few of them there at the end when I was taking notes. But so Flames get to work on the power play. Little bit of a turnover, fumbling the puck around. Big rig, unfortunately. The Kraken help them out. They won the face-off in the zone there, but, you know, this is what happens with turnovers sometimes. They end up in your own net, and that's what happens this time. Kadri makes it 1-1. And immediately after that goal, Backlund goes for holding, so Kraken get an opportunity on the power play here. Pretty tight checking game, I felt like, through most of the first period. Teams trying to kind of like be very careful, feel things out. You get a penalty late in the first. Flashing, it was 2:17 left there. Gilbert goes, and Kraken go back to the man advantage. This time, they were a little bit more surgical. Had a big chance that bounced off of the end boards. A couple of good looks, but no breakthrough. Period 1 ends, and it's still 1-1. So, you know, kind of low event hockey towards the end of that first period. Second period starts up. Kraken trying to establish their cycle game early in that period. Flames doing a good job of getting clean zone exit. Seemed like they wanted to utilize their transition game and kind of find opportunities on the rush. Shots were still tight at this point. Both teams kind of looking for that edge, a little bit of a chess match, if you will. And that's kind of a nice way of saying it was a little bit boring, that portion of the game. But, you know, hockey in general, it can happen sometimes. You get stuck in this back and forth neutral zone. Nobody wants to make a mistake, but yeah, so kind of low scoring tonight. 12:56 left. Flames caught on a bad change. Karche breaks in all alone. Big chance here. Great pass from Eberle, but Ty Karche misses the net. You got to hit the net there. Under 10 minutes left in the second. Kraken called for a penalty. Borgen for hooking. Kraken penalty kill tested, and this is a key moment where the penalty kill gets tested, and they come up big. Big rig, a good block shot on the penalty kill there. They get called for another penalty towards the end of that one, so 5-on-3, McCann this time. So a quick 5-on-3, 10 seconds, and a couple of really good chances. Chris Driedger absolutely robs Lindholm on the doorstep. Just an incredible save, keeping it 1-1. The Flames power play continues here. Kraken kill it all off, so good work by the penalty kill. I felt like that was a really key moment here in the second period, keeping things even up. And then the Kraken have a little bit of a surge late in the second. Good possession, a few chances, but we exit the second period tied up 1-1. So we go to the third. And some more sloppiness in their own end for the Kraken to start things out. But Driedger was ready to go, backstopping everything, thankfully. And it gave the Kraken a moment to kind of gather themselves and then make a push. And that's what they did. The top line, a couple of good shifts. And 4 minutes into the third, looking pretty good clicking. Then just moments later, you get that Borgen stretch pass up to McCann. McCann enters a nice little saucer to Winnie, takes it, and number 21 makes it 2-1 on the sweet finish, a short side goal up high past Markstrom. Incredible work there. Just beautiful goal. Borgen and McCann with the helpers, and holy moly, Winnie shoots the puck and finishes. Love hearing that. Kraken grab a 2-1 lead, and you've got another big save by Driedger just under 10 minutes to go here. Kraken kind of amped things up as the third went on. I felt like they were driving the net really well, but then the Flames pushed back, trying to even the game. Under 7 to go. Driedger, another huge sequence of saves. Under 5, Borgen roughs up Paul Spasol, and the crowd didn't like that. But I love the physical nature from the Kraken late in this one. Tanev, like Jim C. mentioned early in the stream, that big shot block, sacrificing, the pain and the suffering that he's going to feel the next day. Late in the game, the Flames pull Markstrom. They can't tie it up with the empty net, and the Kraken win it 2-1. What an incredible win for the Kraken coming out of Christmas break. So let's keep going, you guys. Thank you for contributing in the chat tonight. Let's look at tonight's game stats. I feel like the keys, before we get to that, the keys for the game, honestly, it was that penalty kill in the second period where they just cleaned everything off the table. I feel like Adam Larsson, really solid, kind of quiet, but really solid game on the back end tonight for the Kraken. He just really was able to be aggressive at the right times and settled the puck at the right times. So some really key plays by him, keeping everything really clean on the back end for Seattle. And, the penalty kill, successful at key moments. Chris Driedger, probably going to be the first star. Let's look at it here after we look at the stats. But let's hear from you guys. Who were your 3 stars tonight as we get to the end of the stream here? 21 shots on goal. So again, the Kraken don't need a whole lot of shots to get a couple of goals. We've seen that now for the last few games. I even talked about it over on the ECH stream. I was worried maybe you need to take more shots, but hey, when you're winning and when you're scoring, 21's enough. 36 shots for Calgary and a couple of really key blocks. 19 of them to be exact for Seattle. 19 block shots for Calgary as well. So both teams willing to sacrifice, and that's huge at this point in the season. Coaches love that. Fans love it too. It's not fun as a player. It hurts a lot usually. You get hit by that puck. 25% success rate on the power play for the Flames. 1 for 4. And the Kraken go 0 for 2 on the power play, but really I feel like their penalty kill was huge tonight. So a good start from the Kraken. 8 shots in the first. Calgary really kind of pushed in the second. I feel like that was a big result from power plays that they had. 13-5 in the second for Calgary. 16 more shots in the third period for Calgary. So there's the shots, kind of gives you an idea of the game flow. 21 total for Seattle, 36 for the Flames. Here's the 3 stars. Chris Driedger, number 1 star. No surprise there. 37 saves on 38 shots. That's a .974 save percentage. His first NHL start since May of 2022. Incredible work, Chris Driedger. That's all I can say. Chris Driedger, congratulations. And it's so cool to see him come back from that, terrible injury that he suffered. He's worked his way back up, done the work down at Coachella Valley, supporting the team, ready for his chance, comes in tonight. True professional. Love it. Nazem Kadri, 1 goal tonight, and, it was kind of an easy one, but he takes the 2nd star. Wennberg with 1 goal, 3rd star. Struggling, man. This is like after Turbo blocked a shot. You can barely breathe right now. So I'll probably wrap things up. That's kind of where we're at. Let's look at the standings. Kraken jump over the Flames, 35 points. Love to see it. On 13 wins now. We're very close to 500, so we'll get there. I feel like it's going to happen. We're going to keep moving, keep climbing the standings, get into that wild card spot. I got a lot of faith in the Kraken this year. I was a little worried in November, but it looked like they've figured things out. And of course, you got Vancouver up top, 49 points for them. Vegas, 47. Both teams at 35 games played. The Kings still have 5 games in hand. Marcel says 21 shots might not be enough against Flyers. Their goalies are hot. So yeah, I would love to see the Kraken just amp it up a little bit at home. Don't have to go too crazy, but just a couple more shots. I'd feel a little bit better if we were right in the mid-20s. I love having about 30 or so, but man, they've been efficient these last few games, so I don't want to mess with the formula too much. See what happens. So those are the standings. Thank you, Marcel, for contributing in the chat tonight. I'm really struggling to talk, like I've said a few times, but I feel like everybody's kind of going through this, whatever it is lately. Just some kind of weird long cold. Flyers, my Eastern Conference team, by the way. Oh, okay, so who are you rooting for in this next game? I'm going to be at the game, so I probably won't be live, but I'll try to post a recap the next day. So yeah, who's your pick for this next one, Kraken and Flyers? Let's look ahead at the schedule, wind things down a little bit. And that's going to be it for tonight's stream. Thank you, Alicia, Jim, Marcel, everybody that was on the live stream tonight. The Flyers on the 29th, that's Friday, 7 p.m. Seattle time. And then you've got the Vegas Golden Knights, of course, in the Winter Classic, January 1st, 2024, a historic game for Seattle being played in T-Mobile Park. So can't wait to see how that goes down. The final poll results tonight, 60% of you are going to the game, 40% of you are not. So enjoy the Winter Classic. If you're headed there, like I said, I still haven't decided if I am. We'll see what happens. After that one, you've got the Senators on the 4th, and then the Sabres back out on the road the 9th of January. Thank you guys for being here. Marcel says, hoping for a tie, then a Flyers win. Ooh, I don't know if I like that very much, but thanks for the honest answer. We'll see what happens. I'm going to give you guys updates over on X. Be sure to subscribe to the podcast. Going to have new episodes coming over there soon here in the new year. Can't wait to bring some of that to you. And thanks again for being here tonight. That's it for the show. We'll see what happens. Kraken, a big win tonight. And that next game against the Flyers on Friday. Can't wait to take it in. And thank you guys for joining the stream tonight. Hit that like button before you log out. And we'll catch you again on another stream real soon here at Sasquatch NHL. Have a great night. Talk to you guys later.